Hello, beautiful people. Most welcome to the page here on GBC News. This is where we do chit-chatting. This is where we get those who matter when it comes to sports development. And today, we are going to have some interesting discussions on one sport, a traditional sport that has been revived in the country. In Ghana, they call it abotri. Yes, wrestling. I'm talking about wrestling. And so there are types of wrestling. When we hear wrestling, some people cringe and say, hey, are we going to see the WWE style here that tables are being lifted, hitting on the heads of people? What really is going to happen? Well, we have different types of wrestling. And lo and behold, they just ended the Olympics, which we had the opportunity to watch on GTV Sports Plus. Display some of the wrestling techniques here. And everybody saw that, okay, there are two types of wrestling and various types of wrestling. So today I've been joined by officials from the Wrestling Association of Ghana. And I have the president himself, Dog Boro, the initiator, the motivator, and everything. Is in the house. He doesn't often come out, but today he's out. And then we have another enterprising young man who has decided that on the coastal front, the coastal lines, he's going to make sure that all Ghanaians and Dangbis who are strong enough get back to the sports they love best. And so let me start with my immediate left. From my immediate left, I have the president of the Wrestling Association of Ghana. He's in the person of Mr. Norbert Amefo. He happens to be a taekwondo practitioner, so he has his belt. He's a master already, so I can call him Master Norbert Amefu. Is in the house, and he will help me with this particular discussion. Then from him, I have the Choko Chemwena Shipi in the house. He's in the person of Ni Ajiri, Ni Babumanye. This morning, and he's also coming to help us because he has taken the Greater Accra region by storm, trying to put things in place to make sure that this sport really stays. And so if you're out there and you are strong enough and you're athletic enough, just come and ask how you do it. And then, gentlemen, good to have you. I'm so excited having you guys here. Let me, we are in Accra, Mr. President, let me allow the Accra manche. Ni Babu Manje. Ni Kawak Basani. Echa kuchon wana ni Shamo Kuteno ye Bukum Park. Aboti. Me pie ena kuikuda mene na poni enche eche shine for nfio wa enfoni anu bashashi shine for nfio agana bi no kwano ni tino
na small Christo remember the film of the manje gonna wa ke ngene over GTV Plus ni on wa we about 3 ni wo chole yo gan we mo me ake about 3 lele about 3 ni bagbo ni anu we you are domona ni ke wo president agbasani ake masmo ni mati about 3 nation ni ogame ni wo coastal side engine show igbe won won ko domo ijagashin ka game about 3 wono wa ngole fi mo na wonye me ba fita wo no ehamna ka igbe ni ke obema host e buko yaga Germany ogan wo faye ni me fe mo na ka je boxing ke football pe but wo other games ni ke ma yin lo wa wo wa nyu wa shon ke wo nje wo wale lele wo fi program ni iba fi forward nche me enyai me sumo akeshin me ke ame hawo ni amegba no ewa oblayin ka oblaye fe ni wo se me fi omoko yoboku emi no ni moko kwa fi baswasa le kwa yin moko ni sa ke bon training ya na bon le ni kasemo chomo bon le rules ni yo ni ami le che pa ni fon ni fi o ina ke e ba me ni achosi ame akeshi discipline ji abo yemi wa discipline yemi ni be konklume yemi ni ehan ebulegbe ehan bukoko ewomi o mi pa nyeme fe fa ya keshi ni aminyeme do ni Nigeria ke ewomi mo fi omo ni je coastal side nje shogo igbe ameka me yawo mi ni neke ni fi mo ni wo vision wo yo fe eba mi yawo.
Okay, great. So to sum it up, he happens to be the interim Greater Accra chairman for the Wrestling Association. We're bringing you a flashback from the Bukom Park. What really transpired not long ago, before I let President also come in to really tell us this new dynamism that has been injected into this sport. This sport has been in existence for a while now, but you can tell me you hardly see these things around. And so let's go and bring you a flashback. What happened at the Bukom Square? 80 wrestlers from Volta region, Tema and Accra converged on the greens of the Bukom Park to battle for honors in the first Greater Accra Open Wrestling Championship. The one-day event, which was put together by the interim Greater Accra chairman, Ni Ajiri, was among others to introduce the Olympic style of wrestling that is the freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling, to the populace, and also select athletes for the upcoming National Wrestling Championship expected to be staged in November this year. The wrestlers were grouped into classes based on their weight. At the end, it was Richmond Nyamano who emerged winner in the 79 kg class. He overcame Mahmoud Wawudu and Ajay Abraham, who won silver and bronze. In the 70 kg division, Mohamed Sandu topped after beating Zukali Naha and Daniel Echampong. In the 61 kg, Fred Kujeti was crowned the champion, with Jerry Kwanta receiving the silver medal. Mahmoud Nameta snatched the gold medal in the 86 kg class, made up of John Dakegbe and Jonathan Yiro. The 74 kg class saw Jonathan Kombi coming first, with Jonathan Lamte and Edmond Akato finishing in second and third positions. Fusena Isa won the 100 kg category, with Maxwell Amekuji in the second position. Wrestlers who finished in the first three places in the Open Championship were decorated with medals and goodies from sponsors. The Ghana Wrestling Association president, Mr. Norbert Amefu, described the championship as timely.
No one has ever organized a tournament like this in Greater Accra. This has been the biggest one and very, very well organized. I think I must congratulate Ni, our Greater Accra interim chairman, for organizing such a tournament. And I hope this will be a beginning for the new executives. From what I've seen over here, I think that we will do good in freestyle and the traditional wrestling as well. So I'm very impressed.
The interim Greater Accra chairman, Ni Ajiri, who is also the Choko Ushipi, said his aim was to revive the sport among the Ghana communities. The Greater Accra Wrestling Association is expected to hold its Congress to elect leaders for the next 6 years. So back to the studio, you saw this thing. So, Mr. President, once again, let me again throw this question at you. Were you overwhelmed by the response from the populace for the sports?
Yes, I was overwhelmed. I wasn't expecting this. Being the first time organizing tournament in that area, and also me being new to organize such a tournament, I think it took me by surprise.
Now, I remember prior to this event, there was this trainer of trainees program, training of officials to really come out there and come and do it. If you look at the officiating officials, the people who came, do you see the sport at the right path now? Do you see it as getting to the place it desires?
Oh yes. After going through the coaching clinic, and then what I saw there that day, I think we are just on the right path. Yeah.
What is this with this sport that you are keen for Ghanaians to really know, and which areas really do you think our strength lies in terms of the regions? Where do our strength lies? Ni says, as for the Ghans, is their product. But in other regions, where do we see ourselves?
I realized that Ghanaians like wrestling. When they watch the WWE, the entertainment wrestling, I came to realization that a lot of Ghanaians watch those kind of wrestling. So when I, came to office a couple of months ago, I've taken it upon myself that I have to introduce the Olympic style wrestling as well. Since that kind of love for wrestling is already in the system, I think I must do more to bring this one to the light for people to enjoy that one as well. So we are combining the traditional wrestling and the Olympic style wrestling. Like you rightly said, we've been in this for about 8 years now. It's just that it was undertone. The former president, is on the media president who doesn't want to be showing things around. But yeah, we've done a lot.
So in terms of the regions, we've seen the Greater Accra really being a strong force.
Yeah.
What other region do you think that when we go there to poach talent, we can be better?
Yes, Volta too has been very good. But let us don't forget that Greater Accra is the heart of sports. Among all the regions, you get the most athletes from Greater Accra. So we normally focus on Greater Accra than the other regions. But when it comes to wrestling, you can talk about Volta region and the northern region. Tamale, they are doing very well. Borga, they are doing Chapa East, they are also doing very well. So those three regions are very key regions that I'm really concentrating on as well.
My text says that there will be a national championship.
Yeah.
Throw more light on it. You are the initiator, the leader. Throw more light on this national championship. When and who qualifies to be part? Yeah,
the national championship is going to be an open championship. Anybody from any part of the region can take part. Normally, the regional association likes to form a team, but I told them anybody who wants to take part, can come over. We are doing that. We are organizing that tournament to select a national team for upcoming African Championship in Morocco.
There is a championship coming up?
Yes, African Championship in Morocco. However, we've not done our destiny also yet. The ECOWAS game that we've been attending every year. I'm sure that one too will be coming somewhere around November or December. So now we may do either the traditional one first or the Olympic, the freestyle. It depends on which of the invitation we get first. But now we've arranged for the freestyle to be staged next month.
Okay.
Yeah. So if nothing changes, then yes, we'll do that one first before the traditional one.
How many athletes should the populace expect? So when they are coming, they know that okay, it is not going to be between president and then chairman here, but you are going to get how many more? Because for the Accra one, 80.
Yes.
80 athletes.
Yes.
So for the national one, we should be expecting how many athletes?
If Accra alone is giving us 80, and other regions should give us, let's say, 50-50 because they are coming from afar.
They are looking at 1,000 plus.
No. About 300 that way because we are in 6 regions.
What do you say to corporate Ghana who really are into developing the youth? Because it's being said that the future of every country is the youth. If you really want to create jobs and stuff like that, this is another avenue. What do you tell them in terms of what they are likely to see in the coming days?
In the coming days, I think they are going to see a wrestling, a new wrestling or wrestling in Ghana, which will be more entertaining and then more sports.
You know why I asked? No. Because when somebody sees somebody raising somebody and putting the person, they say, hey, this sport is too abusive and people will get hurt here and there, blah, blah, blah. So they prefer, okay, let's go into the water. Let's run. So this one is more combative.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. When you compare this to WWE, with the one they throw chairs and then throw wood and that kind of thing, you can see that ours is sports. It's Olympic sports. Therefore, it's not that
you are going to see somebody punching
or
so the whole concept is to put somebody's back on the floor.
Put them back on the floor. That's it.
You don't punch.
No, you don't punch. You don't kick.
You don't kick anybody.
No, not at all. So it's about your strength. If they put you down and you're able to resist, to raise your back up, you are still in the game. But after 20 seconds, you are not able to roll back. It means you know.
Okay. Me, I'm about one. One of his song. We choco take more na akuchwe. Ye ni he wa bejen.
Ye ojo jiba.
Yo me bo ba na ye ano.
Honest program wa afie fi ye ka me ba wo mwa. Ni ne fi wetumo no he ni wo gbele na. Yo ni kasimo ni wo na ya fa agashi after course na afie if you agashi makwe referee say e di say ni kasimo na be wo president efie akebe me kasino jiba lo kani wo next program efie for lele ni organize na agashi freestyle Greco Roman me feel jiba ni me feel na agashi na ma kasie be ma fe mafia mo hie kan ya bo akashi me ba no ye ma yi ko na me experience na kan ni shikume shienyo ke a host big tournament eyin egbo ko don o ye won ma ba kwe me fi like be ka wa no o me pi na chat won 7-8 hours try me ni o ba pa ke no nye me ba je ba ke o in this one ma fe sure ga shi me go sleep back 45 ni mi a shi ga shi ye ka me ewu mu juba
You be obana ye no.
Ye
Be cook. You ni oyo choko chimu na ile ko blind pi again. Meaning wo yo ke ha me. Ya ka ke meaning hwemo fonjin jimba gbon ko me. Ewu no ye gapupa ya no. Ni onupa itumunye nye mi hye nye hi. Yo hwemo ikani bi ko me na nye kemba ko ni amecha ke amesuka. Ba mini hye mo yo ke ha me. Bia na we corona ho ye ni lo ko oblain ko blind na me kwabo me ne.
Me ke nyime fa ke amekwa ma no juba ejagashin ma hye ekoni ko po no juba ko aboti no komuni esa ni oboti o ni oblain o ke oblain o ke no chimo ne mba nyegbe no ni nyekenye awo ejagashin ko attention do chu no ko alo no fie no ko obosan to no chimo no bu chu jaga do chu no ko le wa to no chimo bu no chu no osmo na kai wo o ke ne ga kan shine eba mo fie mo ke ya me yawo mi jaga wo choma ni wa bela ke plamo yemi aga shi be rusi yemi ni ko kasi o nanga dabi ne jeno ko ni wakra do mi wo nyem nga ake ela fon ne ba no wo chole covid-19 ne fia namba ya mo fia mo okwo no juba onos max ne dan oyoi ni o bu ne fi for aga shi e ba do te me ko mi aga mo yilu mo yo wo mami wo no aka ko etwense alo no ko fon alo na ba fon ko e ba wo nyem ko no
You are done. President, we will be checking out. What response have you received so far after staging this competition one from the NSC, which is the mother body in terms of development, and your partners and everybody? What are they saying about this?
Yeah, I received a whole lot of a very good response, especially from the NSA, and then the sponsors. Neil was able to bring in 2 sponsors, Passioning and then Denmark. They are ready to, go with us, fully. I was even surprised because this is the first time, and they said that they told me specifically that anytime we want to hold time, we should let them know earlier so that
they
prepare for it. So I think we are just on the right path. We'll get there.
So after this upcoming event, national championship, before the year goes to an end, is there anything that we need to know about wrestling?
Yes, the national will be hosting 2 tournaments.
Okay.
That is one for freestyle, one for traditional wrestling. Like I said, we also have an African Championship in Morocco. We also may have an ECOWAS game. So those are the programs we have before the year ends.
We are checking out
from, other regions which may also have. Yeah.
We are checking out from the studio. 30 seconds each. You are a traditional wrestler. Your sport is more combat. Now, advise the youth about this menace, coronavirus. Because of that, you and I, we are in Newsmax. We've sanitized before coming to the studio. What do you tell them?
Yeah, I think corona is real. We may be seeing it as a joke, but it's real. When you go to a hospital, you know that, yes, there's something going on. So my advice to the youth is that they should make sure they always have their nose masks on, wash their hands, sanitize their hands anywhere they go, so that they can be safe and strong for us to,
You need now be 30 seconds. Okay. Me no call man be fair, you can show money neighbor,
Oh, to an English name, we must be frank. I'm a woman. Ni, I'm a wa, and Kawa Wuku. Minto only a benomodu money in Keda, man be fair no wami, can now, into a name number program name, sponsors, Niji Edmark, Passion Energy Drink, Sickly Style. We say, but what you feel Gamache, Dr. Kevin, the Inteko Churu, Nji Abiasuma, Leva Wawa Adenche, Reverend Kweku Adu, Leva Wawa Kengawu, Reverend Nokmesa, Leva Wawa Ke, in President, Wamiwa, every day a trami, the Choming Bed Macho, one Ezekiel, Leba Mondewa, King will be fair in Piami, Kengawu, now war Yakabi, Wild Machine program of fine, ni was a Anagashi. We were greater Accra, we may ni banyo dumoshi, conscious.
You, boy, Radon. So, viewers, that's officials from the Wrestling Association of Ghana, the president, Mr. Norbert Amefu, and the interim Greater Accra chairman. He also happens to be a traditional leader. He is the Chokochimwena Shipi, Ni Ajiri, and they helped us to understand this new sport that is making waves in town. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for passing through. We wish you guys all the best. And the page return same time tomorrow. Bye for now. have here is in the person of Mr. Roger Crawford. He is the president of Tennis Foundation in Ghana. This is a new group or a group that has been in the system for a while now, but they decided to explode, and for some time now they've been exploding. Do you remember that once upon a time in the history of Ghana tennis, there was the Hall of Fame Awards ceremony? You know the people behind it and the group? Well, the brain behind the initiative is the gentleman in front of me. It's Mr. Roger Crawford. He doesn't like appearing in studios. This is the first time, and so I've set a record here of getting this gentleman here. I will try my best and then squeeze a whole lot of things out in this particular time, and also try and get him again here because there are so many things happening. Do you remember also that we announced to you that there was a tennis challenger series for only girls? Remember that one too? That gentleman was the brain behind it and his partners. They've been doing a lot. And remember that not long ago again, we told you that there is a new tennis shop, state-of-the-art tennis shop, everything that you need to know, one-stop shop at the Accra Sports Stadium. If you go there and you want anything tennis, you get it. This man is the brain behind our tennis team. So there are so many things. Every day at the Accra Sports Stadium, if it's not renovation works, there are championship here and there. And then the J5. In January, February, March, thereabout, when everything seems to be on its knees because of COVID, he managed to pull a surprise to Ghanaians. This is not the first time he's opening an J5 tournament here. So many J5 tournaments going. And last week or last 2 weeks, we climaxed another version. So many things I can talk about this gentleman, but today let me start with him. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thanks for having me, too.
Wow, it's been a while.
I know.
Now, Roger, tell us just something brief. What is Tennis Foundation Ghana all about?
Thanks, Theo. So, Tennis Foundation Ghana, it's a private and not-for-profit organization that is here to help the Ghana Tennis Federation. As you know, for a long time, the Ghana Tennis Federation had been dormant because they were in, activities due to funding and all that. So we set up Tennis Foundation Ghana, knowing that it's easier for private people to put funds into a private organization to help a sport like tennis than to put it into a federation that is basically funded by government. So that is basically the genesis of Tennis Foundation Ghana. And as you rightly mentioned, it's been very successful. A few, bumps here and there, but it's been very successful. Tennis Foundation Ghana also was formed basically under the same format as Tennis Foundation UK. If you go to the UK, you see that it's the LTA, which is the main tennis organizing body, and then there is Tennis Foundation UK that handles things like wheelchair tennis. In other words, they complement tennis. They complement the LTA. So Tennis Foundation Ghana, with the same on the same format, also is here to complement the efforts of the Ghana Tennis Federation.
Now, so tennis in general, where are we now? In the past, when some of us were growing up, we heard that, international players come. Even Serena Williams and Co. once upon a time passed here.
Right. Some
great tennis players have passed here. Ghana was. Then what happened?
Well, we basically fell into a little slump, a little ditch due to, again, financing and all that, because tennis is actually a very expensive sport. And without money, without the right leadership, it makes, it becomes a tough thing to run. So after we got into the slump, again, Tennis Foundation came on the scene and said, look, we can help revive Ghana tennis, but we can't put funding into the Ghana Tennis Federation. So we set up this organization to basically complement the Ghana Tennis Federation. Now, if you look at, again, the era that you're talking about, at the moment, we have actually done things that I would say that will be more than what was done in the past. I mean, if you look at these ITF tournaments that we're hosting here, we're basically bringing the world to
the
Ghana.
ITF J5 and stuff.
The J5. Yeah. We actually held a J4 for the first time.
Yeah.
So we had players from over 40 countries come into the country to come compete. And that is also a good thing for our players because they don't have to spend the money to travel out to go play. Now, tennis is being played right in their home, or these tournaments are being brought right to them. It's a great way to help the game grow.
So, Roger, really, you just came in to just do this?
Yes.
Not for profit?
Absolutely.
Is that what inspires you?
Yes. And it's actually...
No, there's nothing free. And it's expensive. Yes. So is that what motivates you? Just
absolutely. Actually, before I got in studio, my friend Gustav Bruce from Hollard Insurance texted me and said, Bro, I don't know what motivates you, what pushes you, but
Yes.
I'm always surprised because you are in Cape Coast today, you're in Volta today, you're in
I was coming on that one that you've been all over trying to push this. And
Absolutely. So, I have been blessed with 4 beautiful kids and very smart, and they all play tennis and in college, tennis scholarships and all that. If I look at where I came from and I have something a little to spare, of course I'll come back home to help
you see
people.
this little girl is a Ghanaian but based outside.
In Germany, yes.
Came down to come and play the all girls thing
Yes.
that you guys mooted.
Absolutely.
Ghana was amazed that we could get a queer like this coming out. Are these the things that you want to see?
Absolutely, and we have more girls actually outside the country. Of course, my daughter plays also. My daughter in the U.S. played for the University of Massachusetts. Plays also. There is Elizabeth Bagbase. There is a whole bunch of. There is Sarah Mensah who is in town. Actually, we're going to be meeting sometime next week. Tennis, it's not only for boys. For a long time, sports like that have only, we've only focused on boys. And there's a whole group of girls who are up and coming that we need to give the platform to as well.
So let's look at this J5 stuff that is bringing so many people, making Ghana so much loved. Because you go on the ITF website and Ghana is there. And
Absolutely.
Why have you?
Because it's a very easy thing to do.
Easy?
Okay, it's very easy to do. It's easy
So
in the sense that.
how happened? What happened? And we couldn't do it in the past.
So I said it's leadership. It's people know this is what I do for a living. In the US, this is what I do for a living. I host events like this. I coach. I'm into tennis, administration and all that. So this is what I do. It shouldn't be difficult to do, but without the know-how, you'll not be able to do it.
Okay.
Of course, it's going to cost a little money, but what I'm saying
is... Whilst we do
is...
the chit-chatting, my director will just play me just a short clip whilst we talk about it.
Yes.
The J5, ITF J5, that I have the previous one, so we just have a chit-chat because we'll run out of the studio. We'll get you here to do more, but sincerely, what can we do to sustain this momentum, to make sure that Ghana tennis grows and gets to the height it really deserves?
Well, on your part, as in the media, I'll say that you guys should keep keeping us in the spotlight because I don't know how the proverb goes, but if a tree falls in the forest and nobody reports it, nobody knows about it. So I'm paraphrasing, by the way. So whatever we do, we'll love to have the media as partners. I mean, there is a huge furor going on right now about some girls playing in the U.S. Open. And that's thousands of miles across the ocean, but we know about it here, and people are staying up all night watching because the media is putting it out there. So we'll need you guys as partners to do the same thing for us here in Ghana.
When we come in there, we put the spotlight on you, and there's no activity, nothing Ghanaian to like it. We want to see productive things, and so before we come, so that's why I want to know. So how do we maintain this thing? Because
so we'll keep going. I mean, we have a calendar of events which has been very consistent since 2018, and all our events, and we keep adding more events. As you know, we also started this national under 18, so that before every J5 or J4 event, we go around the country, have kids play, and then the winners come to Accra and they play, get an opportunity to play in the ITF series.
You earlier stated, and we all know that organizing such events is very, very expensive. Mm-hmm. And you said it is fun. You are doing it. How deep is your pocket?
No, my pocket is actually very, very, very shallow. So there is this notion that people or corporate bodies are not sponsoring tennis and all that. I mean, again, I live in the US. I'm able to get friends and partners here in Ghana. Like Colgate Insurance has always been very supportive of what we do. We have Itacol, always, and now we partner with Accra City Hotel also. So we with the right approach, these things can happen. Yes, it's very tough. Corporate bodies are not coming on board like before, but you have to go with it. Every company is out there to make money. So tell them what they will get out of the partnership is what I'm saying.
So Roger, tennis is alive. It is not dead.
Absolutely, tennis is alive. Tennis has been other than soccer in Ghana, tennis has been the number 2 sport that has been alive all through COVID.
Thank you very much. We'll get more time for us to delve
Absolutely, I look forward to that.
more details into what you do and your partners, so that Ghanaians really appreciate it. Because we are coming to host the African Games, we can't afford to lose tennis.
Absolutely,
and we've been doing it, so we'll be delving into it more. Thank you very much. That's been Roger Crawford. He is the president. Do you like the word president or chairman?
President is okay.
Okay,
And
President
chair
of Tennis Foundation Ghana and their partners, so they have been doing something good for Ghana tennis, and so keep on doing the good job. And thank you also. If you know you're a tennis player out there, please come out, whether social player or pro or any other thing, please come out. Let's do it and put Ghana tennis back at its right foot. Play stars on the pitch. Thank you very much for doing the watching. Thank you, Roger, for your time. Although short, but we'll do more in the coming days.
Absolutely.
Keep watching GBC News. Bye for now.